Hello everyone, welcome to WilkesNow. My name is Ian Patton.
And I am Shannon Slominski, and we will inform you about the latest campus news.
Hello, my name is MJ and we'll talk about recent happenings in the world.
Hi, I'm Sam Mullen, providing you with this week's Sports Now update.
And I'm Zach Paraway. I'll be giving you all the latest in national sports.
Hello everybody, my name is Stephen Yukoski and I'll be delivering this week's weather report, but first, back to Ian and Shannon.
On Friday, Wilkes University held its annual Tom Bigler Media and Journalism Conference. Local high school students won awards for their school newspapers and listened to speakers in communication and journalism. Sarah and Eric were there to capture the event. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Joseph from WilkesNow, and today is the 24th annual Bigler's Conference here at Wilkes. It was named after a professor, and there was over 100 students in attendance. Now these students are from high schools across the Northeast PA. Later on in the event, there was an award ceremony for the students and faculty that helped further the journalism and media in their schools. We got to interview two of those students. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Joseph, and I'm reporting for WilkesNow.
My name's Emma Chancho.
My name's Emma Simmons.
And these two just won 2 awards here at the Thomas Bigler's event. Can you tell us what those awards were?
I won first place for my single page layout.
I won first place for my sports photo.
So come on, tell me, how does it feel?
Feels pretty good.
Feels nice.
Are you proud of yourselves?
I'm definitely proud because it definitely took a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun doing it, so it feels nice.
I'm proud of it. I like that picture.
What has been your favorite part of this event so far?
Probably my first guest speaker. I definitely learned a lot about radio and then PR, which is something I want to go into, so I'm excited about that.
I like the keynote speaker. I think he was very engaging, and I learned a lot from him. I liked him.
Has there been anything else that you've particularly really enjoyed from being at this event?
It's really nice being on campus and being surrounded with like other young journalists and stuff like that. And it's nice to know like there's a whole lot of journalists out there.
I just like being here and seeing and talking to other journalists and seeing what they do at their school and how it's different. I just think that's cool.
All right. Thank you for talking to me, and I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day here.
Thank you.
The Wilkes students helped with workshops like WCLH, WilkesNow, Zebra PR, The Beacon, and Speech and Debate. WCLH had helped students record liners for the station, as well as going live.
Now we're here again for another thing, so.
My God,
yeah,
congrats.
Small, but we're getting out in the world.
Lots of big things for this small group.
That's
awesome, and even like in high school, stuff like that is like so good for networking. So keep promoting yourselves on air.
We will, thank you.
Like make your names known. That's good for you guys. That's awesome stuff. How about you guys? Anything fun you want to add? You're kind of quiet, just hanging out over there. If you want to just take it all in, that's okay. No shame in that. But if there's anything you guys want to chat about?
I mean, I wasn't too involved into newspaper until this year. Before that, I've been on yearbook.
Okay.
I mostly take pictures for that, do like all the layouts and all that. And this year I became president, so that's cool.
Nice. Yeah, no, photos get you a lot of places in college. Like if you know how to take a picture. I know people who are like, they'll just text like sports coaches and they'll be like, hey, can I come to the game and take pictures? Yeah, you can. And
we also here at WilkesNow had students work with the cameras and other equipment in the station. The PR club, also known as Zebra, had students engage with their audience through a PR exercise and then present it in front of the class. The Bigler event had speakers that talked to students about advice and stories relating to the communications field.
So are you guys familiar with these terms? Vote-side packages. This is like how we structure a newscast, which is pretty cool. So a vote-side is really like a story that gets broken down, or maybe something that isn't like your big story of the day. It's a smaller story that's going on. It's just a shorter version. The VO is the written part, voiceover, and then the sound is obviously the interviews. And then your package is like the story that you want to leave the newscast with ultimately, and as a reporter you strive to be at the top of the newscast.
The keynote speaker at the event was Dan Kimbrough, and he had students write prompts that talked about themselves. At the end of the event, we talked to students about what they felt and if they liked it or not. So what was your favorite thing at the event so far?
At the event so far, it was definitely the television room. Yeah, the black box, and everything is so cool in there. Basically, my favorite part of the whole tour.
And we had a bunch of speakers, as you know. Who was your favorite speaker if you had to choose?
If I had to choose, oh my God, I think Mandy Pennington.
Okay.
For sure.
We
Yeah.
had a couple of her. Okay. Like kind of just as we were going through, I know you said you liked the TV Club.
Yes.
Was there any other ones that you really liked?
The Zebra Office one. Oh, I love that one. Yeah. Especially.
So what was your favorite thing at the event that you saw today?
Probably the award ceremony. Even though we didn't win anything, it was nice to see other people succeed.
All right. And what about you?
Definitely the guest speaker at the award ceremony. The award ceremony, that was pretty nice too. We didn't win anything. We didn't put anything in to win, so that's not a worry to me. But that was a good time. That speech, that was very resonating.
And that's all the time we have, folks. I'm Sarah Joseph. Thanks for watching, and back to the studio.
Thanks, Sarah. There is no better way to relax than watching a movie. May movie voting is now open. Choose from a list of movies you would like added to the Wilkes Movie Channel starting in May. Vote by following the link on Today at Wilkes. Voting will close Wednesday, April 16th.
Did you grow up hearing Spanish or have lost the ability to comfortably speak it? Next semester, Wilkes will be offering the course SP 198, Spanish for Heritage Speakers. The course will be taught online by Dr. Bianco on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from noon to 12:50. The course will also satisfy the foreign language or philosophy general education requirement. For more information, please reach out to Dr. Zappertine at chris.zappertine@wilkes.edu.
Marketing Communication invites all students to participate in a focus group on Tuesday, April 22nd from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. in Stark B07 from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. in the Miller Room. Your input will help shape the future of the Wilkes brand. No need to prepare anything, just bring your thoughts and ideas. RSVP to attend this event by completing the form found at Today at Wilkes. Or if you have any questions, contact Mandy Pennington at mandy.pennington@wilkes.edu.
Award-winning author Sarah Vaughn will be hosting an online Q&A to discuss her award-winning novel, Anatomy of a Scandal. The event will be hosted by It's On Us and the Title IX Department on Thursday, April 24th during club hours.
Just a reminder to all students, the spring holiday recess begins Thursday, April 17th at 8 a.m. Classes will resume on Monday, April 21st at 8 a.m.
Farley Library is celebrating National Library Week with its annual library poster contest. This year's theme is the book everyone should read. If you have a piece that you would like to submit, be sure to email it to ask.librarian@wilkes.edu by April 25th. The winning poster will be permanently displayed in the library, and the winner will receive a $100 gift card. The second place winner will receive a lamp book. Good luck!
Be sure to read our latest edition of The Beacon every week for events, more information on and off campus. Up now, we have Lauren Koval to tell us all about it.
Hi, I'm Lauren Koval, and here's this week's Beacon Briefs. Commuter and resident parking permit applications for the fall 2025 semester are online now. The deadline for the applications is Tuesday, July 1st, 2025 at 5 p.m. If you're interested in a Ralston permit, please note your preference in the comments. Any application received after July 1st will not be submitted for review. The link to apply can be found on today.wilkes.edu. Farley Library celebrates National Library Week with its annual library poster contest. This year's theme is The Book Everyone Should Read. Submit all poster designs to ask.librarian@wilkes.edu by April 25th. The winning poster will be permanently displayed in the library. The first place winner receives a $100 Amazon gift card, and second place will receive a lamp book. Eddie Kaufman is a former Mid-Valley High School baseball player who has been diagnosed with leukemia. There will be a cheek swab held today, April 15th, and Thursday, April 17th from 11 to 1 in the Mart Center. Just one exact cheek swab match will help Eddie's battle with leukemia improve drastically. For more information, contact michael.guy1@wilkes.edu. Thanks for watching this week's Beacon Briefs. You can grab a copy of the Beacon on campus or check it out online at www.thewilkesbeacon.com. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Lauren. Let's take a quick break, and when we return, MJ will give you all the latest in national news.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
Welcome back to WilkesNow. I am MJ and we'll talk about national news. A sightseeing helicopter crashed into the Hudson River near Lower Manhattan on Thursday, killing all 6 people aboard, including a family of Spanish tourists in the pilot. The Bell 206 helicopter broke apart mid-air shortly after takeoff. Investigators revealed the aircraft lacked flight data and video recorders, complicating the investigation. In response, the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) has ordered to operator New Yorker helicopter tours to cease operation immediately and is conducting a comprehensive review of company safety practices. Pop star Katy Perry and CBS journalist Gayle King were among 6 women who made history yesterday aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket. The all-female crew spent approximately 11 minutes on suborbital flight experiencing weightlessness before safely returning to Earth. Upon landing, both Perry and King were seen kissing the ground in celebration. This mission marks a milestone in commercial space tourism and gender representation in spaceflight. And last but not least, horror fans, get ready. Final Destination is making a comeback. Warner Bros. Has officially announced Final Destination Bloodlines, the latest chapter in the iconic franchise set for release in May 2025. Directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein, the film will introduce a new cast and fresh twist on Death's deadly design. Fans can expect the same shocking, creative deaths and suspenseful thrills that made the series a classic. That it is all I have for national news. When we come back, Sam will give you the latest in Wilk Sport.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hi, I'm Sam Mellon. Now let's get into everything going on in Wilkes Sports. To start off, the men's baseball team is coming off a hot streak from last week. They had a 6-5 win over Lycoming College on Wednesday. Over the weekend, they hosted Moravian University on Saturday and a doubleheader on Sunday. On Saturday, the Colonels head off Moravian for a majority of the game, winning 10-6. On Sunday, they completed the sweep with a 26-1 win in Game 1 and 9-8 win in the second game. Tonight, they host the University of Scranton at 4:30. On Thursday, they will finish the week off before break to travel to Keystone College starting at 6:30 p.m. The men and women's lacrosse team both faced Lycoming College and Susquehanna University last week. The men's team hosted Lycoming on Wednesday with Anthony Del Duca putting the Colonels on the board first and leading, having 3 more goals in the game. Despite a tough fight, they sadly lost 13-7. On Saturday, they traveled to Susquehanna University, where Stone Sosnovic had a career high of 5 goals for the game. Sadly, the Colonels lost 24-10. On Wednesday, they will travel to the University of Scranton starting at 6 p.m. On the women's side, they traveled to Lycoming College on Wednesday, where they lost 23-2. On Saturday, they hosted Susquehanna University, where the Colonels had its most successful game clearing the ball, finishing 19 for 22, though they lost 21-2. Tomorrow, they will host the University of Scranton at 7 p.m. and then finish off the week traveling to Elizabethtown College starting at 1 o'clock p.m. The softball team hosted a doubleheader against Lycoming College on Wednesday. In the first game, they sadly lost 0-2, but found their momentum in the second game. Talia scored the first run up for the Colonels, followed by Hannah Boyd, Allison Sosforsky, and Mia Butka to secure a 4-0 win. Yesterday, they had their senior day where they celebrated their 4 seniors. They had a doubleheader against Moravian University where they lost 8-0 in the first game and 6-1 in the second. Tonight, they will host Lebanon Valley College for a doubleheader with the first game starting at 4 p.m. and the second at 6 p.m. To finish off the week, they will travel to Gianna College for a doubleheader with the first game starting at 3 p.m. and the second starting at 5 p.m. Luke Spencer and Mia Butka were named this week's Colonel of the Week. Spencer had 7 runs, 10 RBIs, 2 home runs, and 3 doubleheaders, 3 stolen bases, and 4 walks. In the first game on Sunday's doubleheader at Moravian, Spencer was a perfect 4 for 4 with 5 runs, 9 RBIs, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and a stolen base. Bucka went 3 for 3 at the plate in the Colonels' 4-1 win over Lycoming on Wednesday with a double and a home run. In Game 1, Bucka pitched a strong effort, allowing 2 runs through 10 innings with 6 strikeouts. Congratulations to both of you. Good luck to all of the sports this week. That's everything I have for you with Wilkes Sports. Let's take a quick break, and when we return, Zach Parrott will give you National Sports Update.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures. To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Dear housemates, due to the environmental impact of food waste, I'm eating all your leftovers. You're welcome.
Ooh, what's this about?
I'm just doing my part for the environment. Is that Mima's punch bowl?
We use way too much plastic. Think of the planet.
Who is the best princess?
The environment is the best excuse. Find an out and opt in at theenvironmentexcuse.org.
Welcome back to Wilkes Now. I'm Zach Parraway, here to bring you your national sports. The playoffs are here, and that means a chase to the title for those left. First, look at the NBA. The regular season has finished up, and the playoffs begin on Saturday with 4 good contests. Close to home, the New York Knicks took the 3 seed in the East and have an interesting matchup with the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons were the NBA's most improved team this year, and that takes them from the worst record in the league to a 6 seed this season. That matchup tips off at 6 p.m. on ESPN, and while the playoffs start on Saturday, the action begins tonight with the play-in games. Both 7-8 matchups take place, matching up the Hawks against the Magic and the Grizzlies versus the Warriors. The chase for some is beginning, but for Rory, it is just finished. The Masters concluded this weekend from Augusta National, and ironically, it took a playoff to decide. Rory McIlroy and Justin Rose went to a playoff on Sunday, tied at 11 under. The one-hole playoff saw Rory McIlroy win in 3, claiming his first Masters win of his career. That green jacket also makes him the 6th Grand Slam member in all of golf history. A golf Grand Slam in the modern context is would win the PGA Championship, the Open, the U.S. Open, and the Masters. To achieve none other than the great Tiger Woods. Last to achieve this honor was none other than the great Tiger Woods. The next major tournament will be the RBC Heritage, won last year by Scottie Scheffler. Now, I know that it's not football season technically, although the UFL, for those on that need their fix. This is a big week for those that watch the NFL. The NFL draft is a bit over 1 week away, and the Titans have been on the clock since their season ended in January. Tennessee is projected to draft Miami quarterback Cam Ward and have him slot into an offense that hopes to improve from Will Levis. The Browns and Giants hold pick 2 and 3 respectively, both needing improvements. In past years, these teams would have been in the QB market. However, with a lackluster class this season, many project them to look elsewhere. Reigning Heisman winner Travis Hunter and Penn State superstar Abdul Carter should be off the board at 2 and 3 respectively, in whatever order those teams decide. Other intriguing players to keep an eye on are Heisman runner-up Ashton Genty, Penn State Superman Tyler Warren, and son of primetime himself, quarterback Shadur Sanders. Round 1 of the draft will take place next Thursday, with the other 6 over the following weekend. Finally, we move on to a sport that is only just getting started. The MLB has been underway for a couple weeks now, and teams are still in the feeling out process for the most part. The Yankees were the talk of the town to start of the season with their torpedoes. Those new bats sweeping the league helped the Bronx to the second most runs scored in the league so far, but the pitching has not helped them out very much, currently holding a league-worst ERA. Now to the best of the best, where they all play in the West. The Padres, Giants, and the champs in blue, they've all been duking it out and being ferocious too. The bats are getting hits and the pitchers are getting whiffs. These teams are feeling everyone giving them fits. Rhyming aside, these teams take up 3 of the top 4 records in the league. The other team that is fighting with those teams is the Mets. I should have put them in the rhyme too, honestly. The Cohen boys are firing on all cylinders as of right now, but the biggest support has been coming from the most unexpected place. The Mets currently have allowed the least amount of runs in the league, with all 5 of their starters pitching to an ERA below 2. Despite these good things, it is still early. Nothing is certain, and it'll be interesting to see what holds as this season moves on. Thank you for joining us for your national sports. We'll be right back with Steven to give you this week's weather report.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Steven Yukoski. Let's hop into this week's weather report. So it does look pretty nice outside. Got some sun. You can see the shade down here off of the Starbucks umbrellas, but don't let that fool you. Let's hop into today's forecast. So as you can see, currently a high of 54 degrees, a high of 61 degrees, a low of 36. But as I said, don't let that sun fool you. We're going to get some clouds and a potential for some rain throughout this afternoon, making today our evil weather day for the forecast with that chance of showers. Moving into the rest of the week, Wednesday, it's going to be mostly cloudy, high of 48, a low of 34. Same for Thursday with that low of 34, high of 58, but it is going to be sunny. Then moving into the weekend, starting with Friday, we're going to have another chance of showers, but it's going to be a high of 65 and a low of 54. Then into Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we're going to see that temperature peak at 75 degrees with a low of 44. Going to get some more showers. Then Sunday, an important day for those who celebrate Easter. It's going to be mostly cloudy, 63 degrees with a high, 63 degrees high with a low of 38. And then into next week, Monday, it's going to be 64 with a low of 41. Now, moving into the charts here, we can see that rain, that precipitation moving in from the west and coming down, a little bit of that chill from the north as well. Then we're going to see this temperature chart here. We'll see the heat coming up from the south as it moves in to Pennsylvania. Looking ahead, as I said, light shower potential throughout the week as well as today, but we are going to start to see those warmer conditions and a good condition on Sunday. And then finally, enjoy the Easter break, enjoy the holiday for those who celebrate. That's going to do it for this week's weather report. Send it back to Ian and Shannon.
Thanks, Steven. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Just a reminder, you can watch us live on Tuesdays on Service Electric Channel 97 at noon.
Also, check out our YouTube channel for the latest episodes of the show and more. In case you missed it, our broadcast re-airs every weeknight at 7:30 p.m. From all of us here at WilkesNow, have a great week.